The movie is set in the vast wilderness of the northern Great Plains, a place of unyielding beauty and untamed danger. Here, we are introduced to a young Comanche woman named Naru. She's woken up before dawn. She scans the horizon. Together with her dog Sari, they head towards the forest. She picks up roots, inspecting the quality carefully. An idea struck as she looked at the bark of a tree. She decided to venture through the trees to practice her tomahawk throwing skills. She notices deer tracks and thought to hunt instead. She spots one and carefully plans her next move silently. However, a thunderous noise quickly rattles the deer. As it scatters to safety, Naru quickly pursues but misses the moving target. She hears Sari's cry and rushes up to her dog, whose tail is caught in a bear trap. She unclamps the trap, then examines the contraption with curiosity, seeing it for the first time. She hears the thunderous noise once again and follows it to a cliff. She is in awe to observe dark clouds form as lightning strikes sporadically in the sky. Later that day, she teases her brother Taabe by pretending to fall asleep with his stories. He quickly uses his bow to strike a hawk in flight to wake her up. Naru mentions to him the event that she saw earlier in the sky, depicting it as a sign she is ready to hunt. He warns her not to go looking for trouble, but Naru's curiosity has already taken hold and feels that whatever fell from the sky is connected to the strange movements she saw in the forest. Back in the village, Naru enters a teepee. Here, she helps her mother, Aruka, grind some herbs. Aruka questions why she wanted to hunt. Naru explains that the reason is that she is already old and wise enough to be a hunter like everybody else. Meanwhile, deep in the wilderness, an aircraft departs. A creature silently uncloaks to reveal its form. This is the Predator, an alien from another world with the only one purpose: to hunt. Meanwhile, an alarm was heard as a pack of hunters set out to find a tribesman attacked by a mountain lion. As the group ventures deeper into the wilderness, a feeling of unnatural silence of the forest and the uneasy behavior of the wildlife are felt. Naru insists on joining, and though reluctant, Taabe eventually agrees, believing that her tracking skills may prove useful. The forest is alive with creatures such as wolves, bears, and other carnivorous animals. Unlike other creatures, the predator is patient. It observes silently, cataloging its targets. It kills a snake easily as its first prey. As the group continues to explore the forest, Naru starts to see odd disruptions in the surroundings. Under a tree, they see the body of their fallen tribesman motionless but still alive. The group set out a camp in the area while Naru tends to the injured huntsman. As night falls, Taabe decides to go deeper in the forest while the others carry the wounded back to the village. Naru volunteers to join him, but Taabe hesitates. He doesn't want to put her in harm's way. Nearby, the remains of a skinned rattlesnake lie discarded, its body still fresh but mutilated in a way that defies explanation. Naru feels a chill creep down her spine. This is no ordinary hunt. When she tries to warn the others, they brush off her concerns, chalking it up to her overactive imagination. Naru goes back to the forest to warn her brother. She tells of large tracks she saw, dispelling any notion it was made by a bear. Taabe devises a plan. He'll act as bait to lure the animal out, while the others position themselves for the kill. Naru volunteers to join him, but Taabe hesitates. He doesn't want to put her in harm's way. Still, Naru insists, and Taabe relents, giving her a chance to prove herself. Naru and Taabe set up the bait and take their positions in the trees, waiting for the mountain lion to appear. All of a sudden, a hunter was snatched from underneath the tree. The mountain lion emerges, its powerful form illuminated by the faint glow of the moon. It moves with deadly grace, its eyes locked on Naru. The lion charges, sending her crashing to the ground below. When Naru awakens, she's back at the tribe's camp. Taabe is there, injured but alive, and the mountain lion has been killed. Taabe is hailed as a hero, but Naru feels a deep sense of frustration. She knows she could have done more if given the chance. Worse, the strange tracks and mutilated snake she found earlier continue to haunt her thoughts. She's certain that something else is out there, something far more dangerous than a mountain lion. Naru ventures back into the forest alone. She retraces her steps, finding more evidence of the mysterious predator. Claw marks on trees and bloodied animal carcasses. This is the work of the predator, an alien species that hunts for sport. Armed with advanced weaponry and cloaking technology, this particular predator has come to Earth to test its skills against the apex predators of the time. Naru observes a grizzly bear from uphill. The bear is feasting on its most recent kill. Suddenly, the bear catches wind on an unfamiliar intruder. Naru cautiously prepares for an attack. Her bow breaks, which immediately alarms the bear. The bear aggressively charges uphill. Sari diverts the bear's attention, giving Naru time to fix her bow. To her surprise, she sees Sari retreating back as the bear pursues them. She desperately tries to escape the bear's attack by hiding underneath a log. The bear suddenly stops its furious attack only to find itself in the presence of the predator. Both killers engage in battle. Naru watches from a distance as the predator takes down a grizzly bear with terrifying ease. Naru hides, her heart pounding as she witnesses the predator lift the bear's lifeless body above its head, blood dripping from its claws. She escapes by floating along the river current. Naru stumbles ashore, breathless. She encounters the rest of the pack who came looking for her. She warns them something worse than lions, as it just killed the bear. They did not believe her story. The predator observes above the trees. The pack binds her to take her back to the village. She hears a gurgling noise nearby. The rest of the hunters notice the same eerie sound as well and draw their weapons. A herd of possums appeared and one was accidentally hit. As a hunter tries to get near the kill, red pointers are noticeably aimed at him. He is instantly killed. Naru tries to break loose. Somehow, another hunter was able to hit the predator, forcing it out of invisibility. The hunters try to take the predator down. However, the combined assault did not stop the predator's onslaught. Naru, being the sole survivor, flees the scene. In the field, she is met by a friend. They wait for the predator to appear. The predator is targeting them all along. Both run away for their lives. Unfortunately, the predator catches up with her friend as it slaughters him. Naru tries to escape while the predator gains pace. Alas, Naru has been caught by the same trap Sari encountered before. Just when all is lost, the French trappers appear. They were dragged to their camp as prisoners. Naru wakes up only to discover herself a prisoner in the trappers' camp. Sari is caught as well, barking nearby. A French trapper sees she has come about. Looking at the trappers' clothing, Naru realizes they are the group responsible for most of the killings in the forest. As they try to intimidate her, one trapper speaks to her in a common language. He asks Naru what she saw in the forest. He tries to persuade Naru to help them as they have encountered the predator before. To her surprise, Naru finds out that the trappers have Tabe as a prisoner as well. Naru and Tabe are tied to a post while the rest of the trappers await the predator to come for them as bait. Tabe starts to believe what Naru saw in the forest some days ago. Unknowingly, the trappers are being slaughtered one by one from behind. One by one, the trappers are being hunted. Screams filled the air as the predator was ruthless. The predator slowly decloaked, coming closer to their direction. Naru explains that it will not kill them, noting that the predator does not operate as such as it sees them as non-threatening. Tabe tells Naru how he captured the lion. He confessed that he followed her plan and revealed before she was knocked out, the lion was almost incapacitated. Naru doubts if the predator could be killed. Tabe assures that if it bleeds, then it can be killed. The predator screams of pain as it is ambushed by the bear trap set up by the trappers. Hurriedly, the trappers pounce to capture the predator. But the predator is persistent. It overpowers the men and releases its foot from the trap at the same time. The remaining trappers opted to use long-range weapons. The predator reflects the bullets using its advanced weaponry. It continues its carnage, butchering every living being in the area. As a final assault, the French trappers decide to shoot at the predator at the same time. The futile attempt only angers the predator even more. Meanwhile, Naru struggles as she successfully frees their arms from bondage. Tabi plans to get some horses while Naru finds Sari. Back in the camp, the rest of the trappers scramble to evacuate. Naru sees Sari tied. Just when the men are about to assassinate Sari, Naru comes springing to the rescue. She instructs Sari to find Tabe. Later, an injured trapper points a gun at Naru demanding assistance. Weakened by his wounds, the trapper bargained with Naru to help him with medicine for his pistol. He gave her a weapon and explained how to use it in detail. She fed him Tutsis and resulted in his body cooling down. Predator approaches minutes later. Scanned him. Saw nothing. The man moves slightly. Just one small twitch, and Predator reacts instantly. Violent. Blade through the chest. The Predator sees the presence of something coming near. Sari. The Predator aims its weapon only to be struck by Taabe on its forehead. Taabe returns on horseback, charges the beast alone. Arrows pierces a tree, where the scanner is aimed. Taabe circles the vicinity, dodging every attack the Predator brings. Nearby, Naru studies everything carefully. How it hunts. Thinks. But it adapts quickly and retrieves its mask where the scanner is contained. Naru aims the gun and tries to fire a shot to her disappointment. She yells at the Predator to distract its attention. Tabe takes advantage of the situation and spears the Predator. Tabe then follows through with an arrow to the body. Naru recalls the instruction of the trapper and loads the pistol with gunpowder. The Predator uses its cloaking technology to hide from the siblings. Naru suggests retreating, but Tabe instructs Naru to escape as he feels this is as far as he goes. In the blink of an eye, Taabe is pierced from behind with the Predator's sharp claws. Naru witnesses the demise of her brother in his sacrifice. In a distant stream, Naru washes off bloodstains from her hands, lamenting the loss of her brother. Back in the village, information of Tabe's death is relayed to the mother. Naru sees a trapper survivor and ambushes him. Upon gaining consciousness, the trapper finds his severed legs are being consumed by rats. As the trapper crawls towards Naru for the gun, she explains her plan to make him bait. Using Tatsia to her advantage, the medicine renders her invisible to the Predator. Naru takes her final shot. The bolt pierces the Predator from behind, more surprising than damaging. Yet in that single moment, the balance shifts. The hunted becomes the hunter. Naru doesn't hesitate. She disappears into the forest's shadow, not retreating, but repositioning. The fight isn't over. It's only just begun. The forest, dense and alive, becomes her ally. The laser mask, the very symbol of its power, becomes its undoing. Naru claims it, understands it, turns it against him. What follows is a brutal, elegant clash of strength and strategy. She is everywhere, behind, above, below. Her strikes are quick, her movements unpredictable. She doesn't overpower, she outthinks. And slowly, the Predator begins to falter. With each misstep, each desperate lunge, she lures it further, until it stands trapped in the very earth that once protected her. The swamp swallows its legs. Confused and struggling, it raises its cannon for a final shot. But the shot arcs back, guided by the very mask she controls. A burst of light. A silence that follows. The forest breathes again. Naru stands over her fallen foe, bloody, battered, and victorious. She returns home not with a boast, but with proof. She kneels in silence, lays down the monster's head, and speaks not a word. She doesn't need to. Her story is written in scars, silence, and strength. The tribe sees her, understands, respects. She's no longer just a hunter. She's a legend. Yet, even as the story ends, danger lingers. The sky stirs. The hunt may begin again. But now, they are ready. Because Naru was always ready.